Sense class, we're going to look at some of these problems from normal distribution type problems that are no longer the standard normal distribution. And the nice thing is you don't do these any different than the way you do the standard normal as far as Desmos goes. You just now have to put something in for the mean and standard deviation because it's not 0 and 1 anymore. So I'm going to go in here where it says the parentheses between normal distribution. I'm going to type in the mean first, comma, standard deviation second. But now everything is the same. All right, click the little plus sign to go find it. It'll find the bell curve for you. This is a left probability, so I'm going to select left. Because it is an area or a probability, I'm going to select area, and it wants to know the probability I'm below 95, or what's the area to the left of 95. So there it is. It wants 4 places, so I am going to have to click the down arrow, drop it down. There's 4 places. The next number is a 4, so I'll just drop off that 4, 1, 3, everything beyond the first 4. Right, so there's my probability. Okay. Next question, similar. It's just going to the right instead of to the left. So I could do 1 minus because it's the same thing as before. It's just the other side of the curve, so it'll be 1 minus. But the way I want you guys to practice it to get used to it is now this is a right probability. So I just select right. Now it's greater than or equal to 95. Mean is 100. Standard deviation is 15. So there is my probability. And you'll see that that does give me 1 minus what I got on the last problem. So 6305. Now the next number is a 5 also. So I'll need to round that up to a 6. So do make sure you follow the rules of rounding, or again use that round feature that I talked about in the previous video. This is an area between two numbers, so that's an inner probability. The lower number is 80, the upper number is 105, and there is my probability. To 4 places, right there's the 4th place, the next number is a 4, so that's my probability. No need to round it up. Alright, now further down, you're going to see the same thing that we saw in the last video, where we're given the areas or the probabilities, and now we're being asked to find the numbers.
Alright, here is one of those. So we were given, again, the mean is 100, standard deviation is 15, and 70% is below it. This would be like P70, the 70th percentile for IQ scores. So now this is a bounds problem because we're given area. We're told to find a number. The shaded region that we're given is below the number, so we would do that with the left option with bounds selected. And we just change this to 0.7, and there will be our number. Okay, so we drop that down. It wants it to the nearest whole number, so I don't need to drop it down for that, but I can round this to 108. All right, let's do one more. This one is a right area. So now we're just going to select right with bounds selected. Put in that probability 4207. Drop that off, round it to the nearest whole number. It's rounding it to 103 already. So I can just do that straight in Desmos and without having to drop that option down to see more decimal places. Alright, be careful. There's so many of these in this homework set that are 100 and standard deviation of 15, and then we have 105. Alright, so we're being told to find a probability. Whatever we've got to remember, probability is area. So when you see find the probability, you're going to switch this to area. And less than is a left probability. The mean, let me go up there and switch that before I forget. The mean is 105 now. I'm looking for a probability less than 126. So I'm going to change this to 126. And then there is my probability. All right, to 4 decimal places will be right there. So 09192. All right, so the same thing as before. It's no different than the previous homework set, other than now our mean and standard deviation are not 0 and 1. All right, and here's a word problem that has a mean and standard deviation different from these that we've been seeing. So we'll put in the mean is 14.2 inches. Standard deviation is 0.9 inches. All right, I'm going to click zoom so it zooms in around that again. And we want to find the top 1%, right? P99, top 1%. You can think of it as it's a bounds because it's a percentile. But if you're going to do it as the left percentile, you would put this in as 0.99. And there's the number. I'm going to click this off and drop this down. But notice you can also do it as the right. If you want to do it as the top 1%, you would do it in that way. So there is also the 16.2, same exact number, the bottom 99 versus the top 1%. Same number cuts that off. And in this case, it's 16.3 roughly for this one. All right, so that's how you would handle these problems in this homework set that are normally distributed, but the mean and standard deviation are no longer 0 and 1.